Hello and welcome back to Income Strategies, the place where you learn the skills to make money, to multiply your money, and to manage your money. Wow, this is episode 8 of Unveiling Cryptocurrency Arbitrages, and I'm so glad you are here. Thanks so much for joining. Yeah, so today, as you already know, we're going to be going to another juicy one, right? And this one is actually about smart contract arbitrages. And I'm going to be diving deep into some of my past experiences that I haven't actually shared, anywhere, right? So you're going to be one of the first to get to know about this, right? So what exactly is a smart contract? Like a smart contract is like a self-executing, program, like a self-executing computer program that, developers, create, and it's on the blockchain, right? So when we're talking about cryptocurrency, everything's on the blockchain. So when a smart contract is created by a developer, right, using like the Solidity language or any other language, maybe Python or Solidity or whichever one, right? The whole idea is that this particular contract is automated. It doesn't need any intermediary in between. It's based on requirements that are met. For instance, right? Anybody can create a project, a finance project, okay, and then get subscribers to take part of this project, use their money to, what I call it now, invest in this project. But they want to be sure of the outcomes. So the developer creates a self-automating project, a self-automating program that doesn't need anyone, nobody to help it run. Everything is based on requirements that have to be met. And once the set of requirements are met, it just executes itself. That's how it is. So it looks like a lot of, technical things that you need to understand here, but I'm going to break it down. And there are quite a number of this kind of projects. But of course, since we are talking more about digital assets ecosystem, that's what I'm going to focus my attention on. So I actually subscribe to a couple of these, smart contracts, based on different ecosystems, based on different, chains, right? And a lot of them are based on the Binance Smart Chain. Some are based on the Polygon chain. Some are based on, I would say, yeah, the AVAX. Yes, the AVAX chain. There are many of them, right? So I'm just going to show you a couple and why this some of these projects failed, because quite a number of them, a lot of them failed. Yes. Not many of them are working right now. In fact, a quick disclaimer, I got a lot of my money lost in these smart contract projects. I'm telling you the fact. But I just wanted to share this with you because you need to know the other kind of arbitrages that exist. So I'm going to go into my, that's why I'm here on Trust Wallet, because this is a decentralized wallet, right? And most of these are things you have to use on a decentralized wallet like Trust Wallet, MetaMask, Maths Wallet and things like that. So because they're in the blockchain and they're easy to run these smart contracts on. You wouldn't see a smart contract being run on a centralized exchange. No, you wouldn't see it. It's more most times with a decentralized wallet and together with the project. Okay, you have to connect it to your project, and most times you use the web browser. So let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to go into the web browser now. So this is just one of my accounts that I use, and you can see there I had bookmarked a lot of these projects. These are just a few of them. There's some that I had to even just delete, and I'm going to just show you 3 out of them. You can see that some of them, they don't even exist anymore. I'm talking about the domain has expired, everything has packed up and things like that. But I'm going to show you a couple of them that are still, still on their domain space. They may not be operating and they may not be doing much, but at least you can at least see what they have to offer. So I'm going to start with the BNB Miner finance, and this is one of the oldest projects, right? One of the oldest projects. And I kind of joined this project a bit late. Yes. And I invested over $200 in this project. I'm telling you, if you look at it, it says I have 333.95 million miners. Of course, they call, the instruments that are doing the work, because the whole concept is that you put in money, right? And then they give you like an interest rate every day. All right. I think for this one, it was 3% every day, every single day. And that is based on if you are compounding. Compounding means you put it back into the business, like you take money that you have made and put back into the business to make more business. If you're compounding and you don't just begin to withdraw every day, because the more you withdraw, the more your percentage that you'll be getting every day will be reducing. Now, the way they have configured this and they created the smart contracts in the code is they have put in some things that just work flawlessly and work by themselves without being, you don't need to put any effort into this. Once they have written it, you cannot alter the smart contract. It's there for life. So this has been running, it says that it's been running for 786 days, and that should be like about 2 years or so. I think so, because a year is 365 days. 365 days times 2, what is that? I can't be, but this looks like about 2 years plus, right? So, and they said they've been flawlessly operating, but excuse me, I lost my money. I couldn't get my money out because I was supposed to be getting 3% every day. Before I knew it, the value of the instrument began to dwindle to the point that I wasn't getting any more. See what is there? 0.00001 in my barrel. And I invested over $200 here. I barely was able to get half of the money that I invested here, which was a sorry case. Personally, I was so distraught about it. But life happens, it is what it is, right? So this is one of them. You put in money, they promise you they're going to give you 3% every day. But it didn't happen that way. Yes, they started giving me 3%. They started with that a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and then afterwards, everything began to dwindle. And you can see here right now, at the time I joined this project, they had almost about 15,000 BNB in it, right? Can you see? They just have about 573 BNB. I don't know how they're keeping up. The way they have created this contract, everything, once the BNB reduces, or the value, the total value locked, that is the total value locked of the content of their smart contract reduces, everything about what you get reduces. That's actually not predictable, right? So this is one of the problems, is one of the cons. You put your money in here and you never know whether you get it out. There's so many of this kind of projects. Let me show you another one. Let me show you another one. Let me show you this one. It's called Trust Miner. This one is even the one that was so annoying. So they actually started out with they call this the V1 of the smart contract. You can see. So if you see the balance of their contract right now, they had about almost like 200,000 USDT, like 190 something, almost like 200,000 USDT. See what is left now. See what is left. 3,070 USDT. People put in money into this project. If you look at me, I put in money. Look at the shares I own. I put in money. See, look at my deposits. I put in $26. How much was I able to withdraw? Total withdrawn, I was only able to withdraw 10.82. That's not even up to half. And right now, I don't even have, my shares have no value, 0.00. See the number of shares, 195. They made it look like a business, right? That you will get, the contract fee is 3% when you invest, right? That means that's what they get as the developers, right? Because these are business concepts, right? So people create this smart contracts and then you take part in it. But before you can join, you're going to pay a contract fee. Look at when it was launched. It was launched 25th of May 2022, exactly like about a year ago, almost a year ago, right? And I put in money here. I was one of the first people to join this smart contract, and they were like giving us hope that we're gonna make our money back. Can you see what happened here? I've only withdrawn out of $26, 10.82, and everything is zero. See my current earnings, 0.001, such a paltry sum of money. Just imagine that. Imagine that. It's so painful. I mean, this is what you call smart contracts arbitrage, where you put in an amount of money and you expect to make a consistent flow of income every day. Then they now revise it to another one. I did not even join this one. You can see, in fact, right now in the contract, it's even 0.00 BNB. Nothing there. they've totally rock pulled and removed everything. Said the daily ROI is 3.3%. That's what they were promising us. Daily ROI, 3.3%. This is what we're talking about, that people create projects because they just want to, outsmart you. And that's exactly what happens in this kind of smart contract. But I'm sorry if you're seeing this, but this is happening. This is the real deal. I'm giving you the behind the scenes of what personally I have experienced, what I have gone through. This, I got my fingers burnt in this particular, smart contract arbitrage. I'm telling you. Let me show you another one. These ones were even promising 15% daily. Can you just imagine that? How are they supposed to keep up? This one called Milk Farm. This one, Milk BSC. Wow. Let me see if I connect to wallets. Okay, I've connected. Will it show anything? It's not even showing. I put into this one too, like about at least about $20 or maybe like 20 or 30. I can't even remember the exact amount. I can't even, because it's not even showing me my past history, right? It's not giving me any information. Those other ones still showed me some things. This was just a total whopping failure, okay? And, well, they closed up and everything went. Now, you can see, let me show you, they were promising. And this is why you never believe any of these things, right? They were promising daily return, 15%. How are you supposed to keep that? How? And then they said their developer fee was 1%. How were they supposed to keep up with this kind of payment? How? This is not realistic, right? So if you see any of the smart contracts, I don't know whether some of you are still doing them, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, my dears. It's not going to work. Anyone you're currently in that they call themselves miner or whatever, it's not going to work. It will eventually fall flat, and that's what these have shown us. So that's just the story. I have other ones. You can see them here. There's BUSD Paycheck. That one, you can't even go there anymore. It's saying that you can see, totally gone. Totally gone. Let me see. This one's French fries. All manner of names were just coming out, This one is not even it's not, I don't think it's even going anywhere. It's not going anywhere, right? It's dead. Look at it. Look, another one. Look at Big Bean. This was even the one that pained me the most. The web page is not available anymore. This one I put in, oh my gosh, I put in like over $300 into this particular project that is not, it was bakedbeans.io. And they were promising 8% daily. This is what I'm talking about, like last year, okay? All these things you're seeing are my mistakes for last year. My mistakes for last year. And, I had to learn it the hard way. Look at this one. Look at these other ones, AVAX Land, right? This is on the AVAX chain. Can you see? The web page is not available anymore. All these things have closed. They've died. These are all the mistakes I made last year. I'm telling you. So it doesn't exist anymore. All these things don't exist. You can see none of them will make you money. Everything that's been created is created for their own pocket. Look at this one, BUSD Auto Mine. I'm telling you, these are just a few of the things. I made a lot of mistakes. See, not going anywhere anymore. So these are just a few of them. They don't work, okay? You'll think that there was even one called roasted beef. Oh my God, they promised like about 11%. There were so many of them. So many of them. But these are just a few out of so many. Anyways, I hope you've been able to learn something, that there is nothing like smart contract arbitrage, okay? It's supposed to be that you put in money and then you make a continuous amount. It's supposed to be like passive income. Just put it in there, it will just be yielding for you, but there's nothing like this one doesn't offer you passive income, right? There is nothing like that in this place. You just have to do your research and be ready to risk it, right? Be ready to risk it. If you want, some other ones may spring up in other forms, but just take note of this, that these are smart contracts. They have been designed to make money for the owner, because you're not the owner of that platform. You're not the owner of the platform, right? So anyways, I don't think I need to go beyond this. I have been able to prove to you, right, that most of these, smart contracts are just designed to make money for the owners and kick you out in the end. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you've learned so much from this particular, account of mine on the mistakes I've made in the past. Okay. Now, talking about, the pros and cons. I don't know if there are any pros. I mean, yeah, there's the initial pros of maybe making money. You think you're making money over a period of time, but you never really get your money back. So the cons is that your money gets lost in this. Okay. So you put in the money, you're waiting with expectation, and all of a sudden you don't really make your money back. I just showed you some examples right now, so there really isn't any pro to this. It's just majorly cons. Okay, now in the next video I'm going to be sharing with you about mining arbitrage. Now this is more of like Bitcoin mining arbitrage. Okay, so I know you don't want to miss that because I'm going to be carrying out a live trade, so you really need to be you really need to come back and watch that, right? Yeah, it's really going to be exciting, and I want to see the outcome of this live trade. Okay, so anyways, thanks so much for watching. I really want to hear from you. If you have any questions so far, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.